Swami does not like long faces. Swami always wants boys to be smiling, all the people to be smiling. He says happiness is union with God. At another time, Swami was mentioning that to know whether you are spiritually progressing or not, what are the yardstick, what are the metrics which one can use? Swami said, happiness, your own innate happiness is an indicator, is a metric for assessing how far you have grown in the spiritual domain. So, Swami never likes a long faces. And it's a story about the long face. In fact, we used to be out of form. Again, some of you must have heard through the previous speakers of the Samarpan talk, what it means like to be out of form with Swami. This is to give so much to us, and the moment, we slip, we would just go out of form. And then one such incident, I would mention it. Yeah, this is the one which is used in that Samarpan flyer. There's a story behind this. I was totally out of form when this was happening. Totally, means totally out of form. In our cricket, totally out of form and totally out of form. So, Swami was not talking to me. I finished my PhD, and then this was a PhD degree Swami was conferring. And then I was totally out of form. Swami was not talking to me. So I was not even sure whether I'll get a degree, whether he will confer the degree to us, because we know, he says, Vajradapi katorani mruduni kusumanicha. He says about the Guru, Vajradapi katorani mruduni kusumanicha. It seems a Guru is harder than the hardest substance in the world. Hardest substance in the world is a diamond. You have a diamond cutter. Even you want to even bore a hole in the bore wells, they use the diamond, tips. So it's supposed to be the hardest material, known material to man is the diamond. I believe Guru is even harder than the hardest material. Vajradapi katorani. But then when he becomes soft, mruduni kusumanicha, he is softer than the petals of the flower. How very soft and tender are the petals of a flower. He is even softer than that when he requires to be. So, I was facing the harder part of the God. So, he was not talking, and then, when he is not talking, we just simply do not exist. You may be right 1.1, right in the front, but you don't exist. He will talk this side, he will talk this side, he will talk this side, he will talk that side, but you just don't exist, and only he can do that. And then, not only that, you have to feel bad. He will ensure that you will feel bad also, that you are ignored, and you know that you are ignored. Even if you ignore that, that will be a problem, greater problem. So, it is a very nice way in which he does that. So, I was going through all that, and then I was not sure whether I'll get a degree or not, even though we had completed everything, all the awarding of the formal awarding of the degree by the university was declared. So we were not told, and then till the last, just 2 days before only, he said, okay, Swami will give you a degree. Very happy, at least he will give the thing. But then we also know, if he is not willing, when we take Parnamaskar, he will just turn off that side, and he will take off that, even the feet. We have gone through that phases also. So I was not sure, but I said I was very happy, at least I'm getting a degree, at least he'll at least give Padnamaskar, I thought. But then I was very, very tense. So my name was called in the convocation, and then I got up, went fully almost trembling inside, but not showing outside, cannot show outside. So went there, and I thought Swami will remove the legs. I will not have to touch only the footstool. And then I just bent down. Swami did not remove the legs. He was still keeping the legs. So I just gently touched, but he didn't. Very stone-faced he was. And then, so my hands were trembling. I was just catching that. He was giving us the certificate. So I was catching the other part of the certificate because I was not sure. He may say this thing, and then I was very far away. Seeing my predicament, Swami knew this is once in a lifetime. You don't get PhD degrees every time. So only once a lifetime only. So he saw me almost trembling and then tense. He just moved, nudged me, and then the hand which you see, I thought, I was really scared. I thought maybe inadvertently I had gone very near to Swami, and then I was trying to go. He said, then he, that hand which is there, Swami's hand, just touched me like that. And that's it. A big smile broke. My long face became, the smiling face which you see there. So Swami does not like. No, that is the mother's love. That is the love of the Lord for his children. So, very important for all of us to remember and cultivate being happy. Why should we be sad? He is there. Why fear when he is here? And then, at another thing about this long face, I just remember another incident. And then, this was about another student from Kerala. He was also putting a very long face and sitting in darshan line. Swami asked, "Hey Mira, why are you putting long face?" Swami used to call it castor oil face. When you drink castor oil, I believe, you feel so nauseating, you just don't like it. Mothers earlier, in the olden days, they used to give that one for purification of the body. And then, so children won't like it also. Big, long, big face they'll put. Swami said, castor oil face, why are you like that? And then Professor Anil Kumar was there nearby. He said, Swami, he just said Swami, that's all, nothing more. Swami created 2 earrings, 2 sets of earrings, and gave to his boy. This boy immediately broke into a smile. Ear to ear grin was there in his house, on his face, and very happy. And then Professor Anil Kumar was mentioning, a thought passed in his mind. He said, Swami, I have 3 daughters. 3 daughters. If you had given those earrings to me, at least I would have given to my daughters. What this fellow, just student, first year student, what will he do with the earrings? The 2 sets. Reading his mind, Swami said, Neek Kadara, Anil Kumar, this is not for you. He said, Swami, what will the boy do with the earrings? Then he said, his mother passed away very recently then, and her wish was to give earrings to her daughters. These boys' sisters, 2 sisters were there. He said, I, as a mother of this boy, should fulfill the desire of his mother. And that is why, not to give to your daughters. Anyway, you are there, give it. And then Swami beautifully chided him and then went by.